Hello, everybody. Good. It's still 7 o'clock. I'm not quite late. Even though it's almost a full minute late. That's fine. We're here. That's what's important. Shell, already in the chat. Thank you very much. Yes, folks, please repost the live. If you are already here, we will make multiple further announcements. I greatly appreciate your support. First thing we should do, check out the profile, guys. Go to my profile. You can see linked here. I now have linked to my community, guys. I'm going to be sharing out and posting clips from these shows as well as some other things there in the community. So go ahead and join up there. You can also leave me a tip. Just your tip would be greatly appreciated. It will help energize this show and help it get out to more and more people and make it make more sense for me to do these 5 days a week, which is my ultimate goal. I just can't really afford to do it for free. You know how that is. But you can also go to the website, guys, patriotdad.org. This is my Linktree replacement designed by Siraj himself. If you need a Linktree replacement, because it's much better and more secure than Linktree, because Linktree just, well, isn't those things. Go ahead and check out Siraj, guys. DM him. You should follow him. He has all kinds of great security updates and posts. Being in there, you can buy me a cup of coffee. That is a better way to support me than it is super chatting on YouTube. As much as I love super chats, guys, I love any kind of support. But super chats, like half of it goes to Alphabet. Not a huge fan. Don't really like YouTube much. Don't really like Alphabet at all. So if you can, buy me a coffee instead. Also, the merch, guys, we're getting that up to date. We are going through some technical difficulties right now, getting Shell added on as a designer to the printable store. But we will work through that, and we will bring you the new designs. I am going through my store one item at a time and adjusting some things. So you will see some changes there over the next few days. Look forward to that. You can also join the Discord. Not much going on there right now, guys, but you can help change that. We can have some good discussions in there about all kinds of topics from the show. Men's Empowerment Network is my business where I do consulting for divorce and custody issues. If you are a man going through divorce or custody issues and you are in the middle of a court battle for any of those things, hit me up. I can help you out. I can help you with a lot of aspects of that because the court system is not designed to be in your favor. So let me help you get the best outcome that you can. And then you can also follow me here on X. You can subscribe to my YouTube and my Rumble. Those are free ways to support. So free is good. So if you can't support with actual money, I understand completely, guys. The economy has not been great for a lot of people. Myself included. It's been pretty rough. But you can do some things that are free, like reposting out this live, like subscribing to the channels. And also, don't forget, that is correct. We are going to be doing a 30-minute space after the show. We're just going to hang out and talk with you guys. So if you have any questions for myself or any of the other folks that are regulars in the show, many of us will be there. So you can talk directly with us. You can also see our schedule for our lives are posted right there, pinned in my profile as well. Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the evening update. You have Saturday for the weekly update. That's where we are right now. You also have the topic exchange on Tuesdays and the strange journey through the Bible on Sundays with Christina and Shell. So check those out as well. And let's get right into it. We have immigration stories, guys. This is from earlier in the week. And most of these stories, guys, this is from the entire week. So if you're here during the week, I appreciate you showing up again. We are going to cover some of these stories again because it's been wild. As that top comment says, you kind of get what we're getting into. It says, I think 100 rounds is enough, but this is why President Claudia Steinbaum doesn't cross them. She knows better. We have a lot of issues going on right now. There's actually a bunch of mass protests going on in Mexico because the president isn't doing anything about this cartel violence because she's afraid to. And you're going to see why in here just a second. The cartels are getting unhinged, guys. They definitely run that country. I don't care what you say, but you can see here, a little clip. 2 people walking out, passing this vehicle. I did, Karen. I did. And yeah, a couple of guys get out, all fully automatic weapons, just unloading, still unloading. They really want to make sure. They really want to make sure, guys. Like, they are not messing around. That was solid gunfire. Well over 100 rounds of ammunition were depleted into these 2 individuals. This is why the president of Mexico does not want to mess around with the cartels. This is why there were 35 people in the presidential campaigns that didn't make it to the end. Guys, these criminal organizations run this country that is our southern neighbor, it's pretty wild. There's really no other word for it than wild. This is not what we want here in the United States. This is what happens when you disarm the public. Only the criminals have guns, and then the government has guns, and then everybody else is just helpless. This is not the outcome that we want, guys. It's just not. You got this breaking from Matt Van Swal. This was breaking, well, as of the 11th, so a few days ago. But you can see here, it has been revealed that the North Carolina DMV has registered an unknown number of non-citizens to vote in elections. According to the DOJ, non-citizens register to vote because the forms are in English and the individuals do not speak English. What? Kara says, yes, I did. Yes, I did see it. Also, Kara says, well, the money's pretty good for her as well. Yeah. Yeah, not dying and getting a lot of money. Very good incentives to do things that are corrupt, guys. Probably could have put this in the corruption section, but this is a foreign thing with immigrants, so like I kept it. I kept that Mexico story in the immigration section. Michelle says, yes, Karen. Hey, Karen. What's up? But yeah, guys, let's watch this video real quick about illegals registering to vote.
Prosecutors are accusing the Department of Motor Vehicles of illegally registering to vote.
He is 22.
With the help of Jorge's fluent Spanish,
Buenas tardes.
we made contact with two of them who had similar things to say.
She made it clear that she did not register incorrectly. She was not fraudulent on anything. She had no idea until they reached out to her.
No idea they were registered to vote. That echoes U.S. Attorney Russ Ferguson's words in.
Guys, how does somebody get registered to vote without them knowing? Oh, that's right. They're just checking boxes. So they're registering people to vote. Then they're going to get a ballot mailed to them.
This letter to the DMV in July,
Guaranteed.
urging them to investigate how 6 non-citizens were registered to vote without the person understanding or knowing what had happened. Records we obtained of lengthy letters between the U.S. Attorney's Office and the DMV show the DMV investigated and claimed that it found no evidence of systemic issues. Ferguson disagreed and said the DMV hadn't fully answered his questions. In
big surprise.
some of the cases, the DMV said it was a matter of a staffer checking the wrong box on the registration app.
Oh, it just so happens that it's always conveniently the side that would help the Democrats that they accidentally check a box.
Application. A box that same form warns filling out falsely could lead to felony prosecution.
And should.
Although Ferguson did say in a statement he would not be prosecuting the individuals.
Of course not. Why would they? They want these people to vote for Democrats.
I was not an American citizen until recently.
A wrong box at Andres, who has been through the expensive and decades-long process to become a naturalized U.S. citizen, says could have far-reaching consequences.
It could be a speeding ticket that you have. Any sort of blemish you have on your record when you're going through this process is zoomed in with a magnifying glass.
Yes.
And it could be a speeding ticket. And they're like, nope, denied.
Good.
It's that important. It's there's that much pressure on it.
It's almost like we think you should follow the law if you want to become a permanent resident and or citizen. Karen says someone is voting for them. Oh, you can almost guarantee that somebody is voting on their behalf. Yeah, they're gonna probably have an address that probably isn't their actual home address. They'll probably list a centralized address, and they'll probably have, I don't know, hundreds of people that are registered to that address. And then they'll probably gather all of those mail-in ballots, and they will probably fill those out. And then they'll probably all vote for Democrats and then mail them all back. I'm just saying, like, that's probably exactly what's going to happen with it.
The U.S. Attorney's urge for DMV to investigate led to the North Carolina State Board of Elections, where Executive Director Sam Hayes is now pressing the DMV to share full Social Security numbers with his agency so that they can cross-check voter rolls for non-citizens registered to vote.
We don't have those here. To the extent we've collected any, we have only collected the last 4.
Would there not be privacy concerns, though, with an agency that doesn't collect Social Security numbers being given access to, these massive list of Social Security numbers?
Well, first of all, any number of state agencies collect Social Security numbers for various purposes.
Yeah, they do.
Not about the business of just giving out my PII either, but they should understand that government agencies use this data all the time for things like voter list maintenance.
The DMV declined to interview for this story, but they did send me a statement saying, and I quote, "We take our role in the voter registration process seriously and will continue to assist the State Board of Elections in meeting their mission."
Will they? Like, that statement's kind of wild, guys. They're literally like, oh, we take our thing very seriously, but then we accidentally check boxes and register people to vote that have no business voting, and then we don't cooperate and we don't show up for the interview, but here's a general canned statement. That's how seriously we take it, guys. Very seriously. Kara says, hey, Shell, hope you have a great day. Yes. And Crispy just checking the wrong box so he could vote. Why demonize me? That's right. Why me? It's not my fault. What's up, Crispy? Welcome to the chat. What's up, Alt K? Alt Karen, yes. Alt K. Aha, get it now. But yeah, guys, they say they take it seriously. I don't believe them. I don't believe them one bit. I don't think they do. And then this illegal alien in Charlotte, North Carolina, charged with the murder of an unborn child after he allegedly broke into a pregnant woman's home, strangled her, and then punched her in the stomach until he got tired. Caused her to lose the baby at 15 weeks. Sounds like murder to me.
Santos Deras assaulted his girlfriend at a home on Farmhurst Drive in South Charlotte last Sunday. That's just off Nations Ford Road. The next day, the victim gave birth to a stillborn fetus. Santos Deras turned himself in. He's facing several charges, including murder of an unborn child and assault on a female.
Murder of an unborn child. It's almost like fetuses are children. Interesting. Karen says they busted a group of DMV employees for a CDL scam. No, say it isn't so. Yes, we all know the CDLs being handed out like candy at these DMVs. Definitely not following the law. But it's like, I don't care how many messages I get. I'm not going to stop. Not until these illegal aliens are deported and violent criminals locked up so they can no longer prey on the innocent. We deserve better. Yes. Especially when you get people saying stuff like this. It says, if you really want to make America great again, like you claim, you can start by offing yourself. That's kind of messed up. Don't you think? Like, wow. Yeah, absolutely horrible. Beyond horrific. It was sickening just to write the post. I can't imagine what's going through something like this would be like. I tell you, losing your child sucks. I can tell you from personal experience, there are no words to describe this level of evil. He's a demon and should never have been in our country. That's the big thing, right? The huge thing, guys. None of these crimes that are happening against our residents should have ever happened. None of them. Because none of these people should have been here. They're all here illegally, whether it's crossing a border, whether it's overstaying a visa, whatever. They're here illegally, and then they commit crimes. No. Karen posts a status. They busted a group of DMV employees, 17,000 revoked. That's right. You got this one. Visas being revoked, guys. Marco Rubio with this post out of the Department of State. Criminal activity visas revoked. For criminal activity, 16,000 visas revoked. For DUI, 12,000. For assault, 8,000. For theft. Guys, if you're here and you're trying to get a visa, like you should not be committing crimes, so don't. Here we got DMV workers of a certain variety in New York State wore disguises to help people cheat their DMV test so they could get commercial driver's licenses. She got paid by them for this highly illegal fraud. She got caught in part because she failed to disguise her long nails. Oh my God, look at those nails. Wow. Took commercial driver's license, written exams. Each time she'd used a disguise, sunglasses, surgical mask to look like different people.
One woman even wore disguises to impersonate test takers. All 7 are now facing felony charges.
There is a lot going on in this investigation, and Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager live now with the details in Garden City. Stacey.
Well, Mike, we all know the DMV makes us go through certain tests to get our driver's license, and to get a truck driver's license is harder, as it should be. Well, prosecutors say this was really an elaborate corruption scheme, and some of the workers at this DMV almost got away with it.
Deciding who gets to operate heavy rigs on our roads and highways is not something the New York Department of Motor Vehicles should.
New York, guys. We always talk it's California and New York are the biggest offenders giving illegal CDLs to illegal immigrants. Here you go.
Should take lightly.
Bypassing that safeguard is far from a harmless shortcut. It is a dangerous threat to public safety.
But that's exactly what prosecutors here in Nassau County allege in a 51-count felony indictment against 7 different people, including a supervisor at this DMV in Garden City, Kenesha Middleton, and her sister Jamie Middleton, allegedly taking at least 10 different permit tests for no-show drivers. You can see Jamie in surveillance pictures wearing different disguises, even fake facial hair, as she posed as a man who would be applying for a commercial driving permit. But she forgot to take off her fake nails.
I think it's pretty poor. The fingernails kind of gave it away.
So did another supervisor who acted as the whistleblower. Prosecutors say the defendants charged as much as $3 grand.
Right, go back.
Grand per permit test.
Those
2
legs,
of them
or the
working
legs,
these
the nails.
counters so they could wave the phony test taker through. 3 of the drivers who paid the fee ended up with commercial permits, but only 1 passed his road test. James Nurse, who ended up working here at the Town of Hempstead Recycling Center.
So now these people are not only getting CDLs, they're then getting government jobs. Oh, I was going to use a lot of profanity. Guys, they're taking from us on so many different levels. Like think about this. We have a government employee committing a fraud to get an illegal immigrant a CDL so they can take a job from an American, and then they're going to operate on a road, but they're going to do so while working in a job that's a government job paid for by the taxpayers. The taxpayers just keep getting boned on like every single level. Like, wow. That's all I'm going to say about that, guys, is wow. Make roads safe again. Yeah, we kind of need to. You got here, Ilhan Omar doesn't mind if she's deported.
I mean, I have no worry. I don't know how they take away my citizenship and
Well, she's also a millionaire at this point, so maybe they should also take away her assets.
like deport me. But I don't even know like why that's such a scary threat. Like I'm not the 8-year-old
Go back to Somalia and tell me that.
who escaped war anymore. I'm grown. My kids are grown. Like I can go live wherever I want.
Not without assets, you can't. Good luck. I hope they denaturalize you. I hope they strip you and freeze your assets. And I hope they just deport you back to Somalia. The best part is, guys, in response to this, not only did Tiffany Fong post this, she did this editing the picture that the White House posted out, which was this. Guys, the White House media account is just base. I love it. I love every bit of it, guys. The White House media account here with the jokes. Again. I love to see it, guys. That's finishing immigration. We're going to head into the government section. Veterans Day, guys. Veterans Day was this week. And, of course, there's music. So we will... Happy Veterans Day. So we will then move this video to the end where we can play things after YouTube because YouTube is lame. Shell supporting from over on Rumble as well. Thank you very much for the support everywhere. And also at 11:11 on Veterans Day, which is November 11th. So at 11:11 in the morning on 11:11, they have lined up these stones perfectly so that the sun goes through the ellipses of the 5 armed services pillars to form a solar spotlight over the mosaic of the Great Seal of these United States, guys. That's super cool. Like the fact that they figured out how to do this effect at just the right angle so that every year on 11/11, this is the effect you get. I think that's pretty cool. That's a little bit of science. Yay. And it's not even the science section. Next story that we have in government, though, guys. Thomas Massie received the 218th and final signature for the Epstein discharge petition. So, trying to force a vote on the release of the Epstein files. We've also seen a couple of discussions from the Democrats releasing more of the emails, thinking that it was a huge own that Epstein doesn't like Trump. I think that when a shitty person doesn't like you, that's probably a good sign. So I don't think it was the own that the Democrats thought it was. But Massey got that final signature. So you have here Josie, the redheaded libertarian, posting out, "May God watch over and protect Thomas Massey." Thomas Massey was also like the center of this stupid thing where he's already remarried. Like, I don't know why anyone cares. It's all just so weird. Karen says, "Now I want to look into how long it will take for that to happen at 11/12. It's okay. They'll just move the stones a little bit. Because, you know, things are changing, guys. The whole solar system is moving. The whole galaxy is moving. Like, everything is moving. So it does that at 11:11 right now. It probably will change to 11:10 or 11:12. It'll shift one way or the other, Karen. I'm sure it will. Yes. What's going to happen when I thought Ghislaine said there was not a list? Will there be will there be context with the names? Congress is essentially protected from getting arrested for anything that they say, which is why Adam Schiff lies repeatedly. The discharge petition allows them to release every single name available, and they can't be any legal retribution in the way they try with the media. Yes. But we definitely would like to see the list, but I also don't really trust the list. Kara says, "Sorry, I'm a nerd." No, that's okay. I'm a nerd too. Don't worry about it. We're all nerds here. Nothing wrong with that. Like Shell says, nerds are the best. They're the best. The best a man can get. Gillette, before it got gay. White House posting this one. One of the beautiful words in the dictionary. Most beautiful. The beautifulest word in the dictionary, guys. Tariffs. There was a Breitbart article about a Fed study that shows that there is evidence that tariffs actually lower the rate of inflation. Okay. Don't like tariffs? There are no tariffs if you manufacture or build products in the United States. Yes. That's actually exactly what it's trying to encourage, guys. Right there. Right there. These companies, if they manufactured things in the U.S. with materials that were also from the U.S., the tariffs would affect you this much. Not at all. So maybe some of these countries should start sourcing their materials from the U.S., and maybe they should start making things in the U.S., and they should start putting people to work at U.S. wages, not with illegals, but with legal residents and citizens. And then maybe wages would be higher. And then things might be more expensive, sure, but we also won't be hemorrhaging hundreds of billions of dollars a year to fund things like, I don't know, government benefits for criminal aliens. We won't have nearly the legal expenses for all of the murders and other crimes that the illegals are committing. All of the savings, folks, think about it. We'd be able to shrink the government. That sounds pretty great. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I think a smaller government is a better government. I think the strongest part of government should be the one that's closest to you. Your city, your county, then your state maybe. But like most of the decisions that happen at the state level don't really impact you on a daily basis. And then the federal level definitely doesn't, but everybody treats it upside down. Everybody prioritizes federal elections like they're going to solve all of their local needs and problems. And guys, the federal government is not there to fix your local problems. It's not what it's designed for. And yet, people believe, these legislators, when they run for office and they promise all kinds of things for you at a local level. They say, we're going to fix that bridge. We're going to lower the price of this. We're going to make that more accessible for you on an individual basis. It's like, guys, you don't want the federal government to have that kind of power. And yet you idiots, not my audience, the general public, not you guys. You guys are safe. But the general public, you idiots, vote for these numbnuts because they say that they're going to bring you a dog park or whatever. Like, you really think a U.S. senator is going to bring you a dog park? Like, you're retarded. Stop voting for these ass clowns because of what they say they're going to do for you. vote on them based on what they can do in the best interest of our civilization. Because these people constantly try to guarantee you free shit and then burning the country down around you to get it. You see where it's getting us? It's getting us into basically communism. And you know what happens with communism? If you haven't learned the lesson from the 20th century, guys, 100 to 150 million estimated on the low end dead because of communism and socialism and other totalitarian ideologies. Just saying. Crispy said, sorry if I was too vocal. The accusations just crack me up. For what, Crispy? Which accusations? I don't know what you're talking about. But yes, guys, tariffs, they're beautiful. They're wonderful. Let's keep them up. I'm not happy about the fact that we lowered tariffs on certain things. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. But check this out. JD Vance. Gotta love 48.
You seem to go with the flow pretty well. Do you have quiet moments you think about that?
Yeah, honestly, Sean, I try not to. I mean, one, I serve under Donald Trump, who is very healthy.
He casts a pretty big shadow.
He casts a big shadow, but if I served under Joe Biden, I'd probably be worried every minute of every day that he was going to croak and that I'd have to become president. But because
serious concern, guys. Serious concern.
I serve a president.
You have a bat phone. Okay, did it just happen?
Like, I'd never be able to sleep. I'd always have my cell phone as loud as possible. But no, the president, one, you know, he's got a lot of energy. He's extremely healthy. So I don't think about that. Obviously, that's part of the job. Is you've got to be ready if tragedy strikes.
Yes.
You seem to.
But you know what? As he points out, he sleeps pretty good because Trump's in pretty good condition. The media love to talk about all these, oh, he's sick. Oh, he has all these problems. Oh, his ankles are swollen. Oh, look at the, needle marks in his hands. It's like the guy is almost 80 years old, guys. For being almost 80, the guy is like the Energizer fucking buddy. He just keeps going and going and going. Kara says, be more vocal, Crispy. Be more vocal, Crispy. I agree. I think you're doing a wonderful job. But guys, Joe Biden would be highly offended right now if he even knew what the hell was going on. He doesn't. So don't worry. He's not actually offended, guys. He doesn't know enough about his surroundings to be offended. It's really kind of sad, though, guys. Like, they dragged this guy through politics for far too long. They should have put him out to pasture many, many years ago. They should never have ran him in 2020. They should never have stolen the election to give it to him. And really, when they did, they probably should have 25th Amendmented him or had him step down so that Kamala could be the first female president that was a minority of whatever variety she identified as that week, whether it's Indian or black or Asian or whatever. Guys, Kara says, I'm worn out and I'm almost half his age. That's right. Guys, I'm only 42 and I wouldn't want to have Trump's work schedule. Like, it's absolutely bananas. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, guys. Unlike this guy who called the lid at like 3 p.m. Hid in the basement for an entire campaign. Nah, we're not going to go into that, guys. He's in the past. You got this one from Gun Owners of America. Said 30 House GOP urged AG Pam Bondi to disavow the National Firearms Act of 1934. The GOA is suing now that Congress has set the so-called tax to $0. The Justice Department reply to our big, beautiful lawsuit is due by November 13th. That was 2 days ago. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of this. But guys, the NFA is dumb. I hate it. I hate the whole tax stamp thing. I hate having to wait. I hate having to register guns with the government. The Second Amendment says nothing about this. It does seem unconstitutional. And now that there's no tax associated with it, there is no tax provision or other power that would be granted to Congress to regulate firearms. So if there's no tax, they have no standing. I think they should just get rid of it. Everybody should have a suppressor in their stocking this year. And if not this year, by next year. Who in my audience, put a 1 at the chat if you want a suppressor in your stocking. Biden presidency was the equivalent of Weekend at Bernie's. It really was, Crispy. It really was. He was just a corpse propped up so that the Democrats could keep doing whatever they were doing behind the scenes with the deep state and the USAID. You had the State Department. You had the U.S. Agency for International Development. You had all kinds of things going on. Let me adjust this microphone a tad. Yes, there we go. Yeah, guys, USAID, the State Department, the CIA, all of the above, guys. We're doing all kinds of things. And all they needed was a president. So they just put Biden in office, propped him up in the corner, let his corpse kind of stay somewhat fresh. And then they just did whatever they wanted to do to the American people, to you and I. I don't like it one bit. I'm glad it's over. I'm very upset that they stole the 2020 election, in my opinion. But it is what it is. It's only a matter of time before that conspiracy theory gets proven completely true. Carrot says they made the movies in the 90s. I think it was called Dave. Here says, Planet of Memes, honey, government is the problem. That's right, because when someone says we need more government to fix the problem, just remember that the government made the problem in the first place. The government loves to create problems and then sell you the solution to the problem they created, except the solution is never to undo the thing they did to cause the problem. No, that would be silly. That would give them less power. Instead, they cause the problem through clandestine means, and then they bring you a solution that involves giving them more money and more power, so that slowly over time, they accumulate more of your money and power. And then you wonder why we have this federal behemoth of a government that we have now with untold amounts of power, because they've done this over and over and over again. So when someone tells you this now, you should give them the look that Sydney is giving the interviewer in this picture. I don't even know how to do that look. Like, I don't know. Rate my look on a 0 to 10. What do you think? I don't know. I'm trying. I don't think it's very good, guys, but you let me know what the rating is on a 1 to 10. Democrat Party, guys, this is last in government. I love this meme. I thought this was very good. Liberal Tier Creator posted this one out, guys. The Democrat Party in 2025. The Ocean Gate submersible that was supposed to go tour the Titanic. I said supposed to, because if you know, you know. It's the old Southern saying, bless your heart look. Yes, that is a very accurate description. That is everything bless your heart wrapped up into one look. I completely agree, Karen. Very good point. So we're going to leave government and head into corruption, which is also government, but this is specifically about corruption. So if you also believe, like I do, that most government is corrupt, they're kind of the same section, but we're going to keep going. Eric Daughtry, Gavin Newsom, Mayor Karen Bass are being slammed after it was confirmed that a whopping 75% of the Palisades fire victims still live in temporary housing. It's been almost a full year. Other victims in temporary housing, Altadena, 67, Malibu, 43%, still in temporary housing. Generational failure of leadership on full display.
Palisades, 75% of Palisades fire victims are still living in temporary housing. Altadena, 67%, Malibu, 43%, and Pasadena, 15%. The role of the federal government, though, you think that the feds, can bring in more money? What is it that would make the rebuilding pace go quicker?
So HUD has community development block grant.
What is that?
Disaster relief dollars. Something that prior to the shutdown, I was going to meet with HUD to
smoke another cigarette, dude.
Discuss this because we're going to be able to use that to reinvest in infrastructure.
I'm assuming that's a dude. I don't know. Somebody correct me. Fact check me. Is that a dude? Also, that dude needs to smoke more cigarettes.
Palisades, 75.
Absolutely wild, guys. Yeah. The slow pace of rebuilding. It's almost like what they really wanted is to get rid of all the buildings and not let people rebuild. Meanwhile, Newsom is in Arizona where they bulldozed thousands of trees to build a road for the politicians. Oh, the Amazon. Sorry, not Arizona. Yes, the Amazon, where they bulldozed hundreds of thousands of trees to make a highway so that the environmentalist people and politicians could get to a summit on the environment. If we didn't already know that climate change was a hoax, Karen, that story should tell everybody what they need to know, because they made this huge deal about the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest, about how bad it was. And then they come through with bulldozers to make room for all of the climate folks that are probably flying in on private jets one by one. Meanwhile, they're telling you to stop driving cars.
Nope.
No. Nice try. Like, I just don't care anymore. It's such a hoax at this point. Like, I don't care. So let's go on to the next one, guys. This one, 0 Hour put out. They found who they believe to be the pipe bomber from January 6th. It is a former Capitol Police officer turned CIA agent. He unleashed his group of people to go look around and sleuth as much as they could about this individual. Guys, I had a post, and I don't know where it went, about timers and how the... Actually, if Karen or one of you all want to pull that up, I'm sure you can do it pretty quickly. I posted out a comparison post of the FBI practice pipe bombs and the real pipe bomb. I thought that was a lot of fun. But guys, January 6th was a complete hoax. Karen says she is the bomber. That is what is being reported, Karen. That is true. But the fact that they keep saying January 6th wasn't a hoax, that January 6th was this insurrection, but then Pelosi didn't order National Guard to be present. Then the Capitol Police tried to keep the legislators inside the Capitol building as they were allowing people to breach the perimeter. It was only because of a singular Capitol Police officer that evacuated the legislature from the floor that they did not run into protesters face to face. But a lot of those protesters were also Antifa and other people dressed as MAGA, agent provocateurs, if you will. The whole thing was a hoax, guys. Like, we know, we've talked to a couple of people that were on the ground. We've had on the topic exchange, we did an interview with Chad about his time on the ground. We had an interview with Brandon Strzok, talked to him, and Derek Evans about their times. I've read Derek Evans' book. Guys, it's a hoax. You were gaslit as the American public to think that it was a bunch of MAGA, crazy, right-wing extremists, terrorists that committed J6. No. It was literally the Capitol Police and the legislature that kind of planned it and executed it. And then they arrested 1,600 plus U.S. citizens who were present on the ground for just being there so that they could keep the narrative going. Because if you really think about the response makes no sense. The response would have made a lot of sense if that Capitol Police officer had not evacuated the legislature, because if they got what they wanted, which in my belief is they wanted the agent provocateurs and the Antifa people dressed as MAGA. They wanted them to get to the legislators and do physical harm so that they could justify an extreme crackdown against MAGA. But when that didn't happen, they still did the crackdown part. It just doesn't make any damn sense, because the response doesn't line up with what happened anymore, because what was planned to happen, never did. So if you ever wonder why they had such an extreme response to what actually happened on January 6th, it's because what actually happened is not what they planned. They planned on direct harm coming to the legislatures at the hands of Antifa dressed as MAGA and the agent provocateurs. All they needed was a camera to capture one person with a MAGA hat on punching a senator. That's all they wanted. And if they had gotten that, the extreme response, people would have called for it. But they didn't get that. And the government still did what it planned on doing anyway. And that's why it feels so weird. And you can see here, guys, I have my short. This is linked also in my community. But you can see there, guys, the January 6th pipe bomb compared to the practice pipe bombs. You tell me, guys. You tell me. It's also weird seeing myself here and there at the same time. Guys, this whole event is not what they tell you it was. You're going to get more truth from me, and I'm just assuming, based on the information that I've been able to collect over the years, and after talking with, I don't know, real people like Chad and Derek and Brandon. Yeah. I don't believe the government narrative one bit. Nick Sartor here. It's official. Swalwell's been referred to the DOJ for criminal probe after potential mortgage fraud was uncovered. Weird. And as Chad said, the receipts are coming out. That is very true, Karen. Guys, I love having Chad in the community. He's such a Chad. He really is, though. If you just think about it, he is a Chad. So, what do you guys think? Let's watch this real quick. We have a little over a minute and a half. Eric Swalwell on mortgage fraud, just like they went after Trump for it. Even though we know Trump, it wasn't real, but it turns out Letitia James and Eric Swalwell might be. So,
Just moments ago, Fox can now confirm that California Democrat Congressman Eric Swalwell has been criminally referred to the Department of Justice accused of mortgage fraud. Senior White House correspondent Peter Ducey reporting live on this breaking news on Eric Swalwell from the North Lawn. Hey, Peter.
Martha, as I was walking up here to do a hit on a different topic, I got a call from an administration official filling us in that Eric Swalwell, the Democratic California congressman, has indeed been referred to the Justice Department by Bill.
And Karen says, Petzl next, Schiff is next. Yes, I saw Hunter Biden actually said that on a podcast, which is hilarious to me. It's almost like he would know who was doing what. You know, like selling art for a criminally high amount of money that was just awful. Not like he was selling access to his dad. No, this Chinese guy just happened to buy this piece of shit art for $500,000 because that's just the value of it. Right?
Pulte, who is the head of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac right now, because he is accused of making false or misleading statements on a mortgage application. We believe that this pertains to a $1.2 million house that Swalwell has in the Washington, D.C. area. Swalwell has already responded. Part of his very long statement says, as the most vocal critic of Donald Trump over the last decade, and as the only person who still has a surviving lawsuit against him, the only thing I am surprised about is that it took him this long to come after me.
It's almost like we have other priorities, my guy. I mean, Swalwell's a giant POS. Don't get me wrong. His time banging a spy named Fang Fang while on the Intelligence Committee should have put him in jail already for treason or sedition or some other kind of intelligence violation. But it's not, it's not that. It's just you are doing the thing that you accused the president of doing that he didn't do. Don't be surprised if he comes for you, bro. FAFO.
Like James Comey and John Bolton, Adam Schiff and Lisa Cook, Letitia James, and the dozens more to come, I refuse to live in fear in what was once the freest country in the world. Now, Swalwell has not been charged with anything. This is a criminal referral. Basically, a government agency thinks that they spotted something that is possibly illegal on mortgage documents from Swalwell. The Justice Department will now review these documents to see if a prosecutor believes that charges are worthy in this.
I think they are. If not, guys, still just charge them for the shit with Fang Fang, please. You're literally banging a Chinese foreign agent while you're on the Intelligence Committee. Like, this guy should be in jail already. I don't know why he's not. There was supposed to be, Nick Sartor had talked about, I believe it was Nick, if someone can find that post. There was a post of Eric Swalwell at a bar being recorded, and it was supposed to, it was some bombshell coming out of it, and then it was like a fart in the wind. It was just gone. Makes you wonder what happened there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Karen says, make firing squads great again. Yes. That sounds like a wonderful solution to our problems. What just happened? How did we get here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Whew, that was weird. I never saw the pic. I never tried the picture-in-picture. That's actually kind of interesting. And Drew Hernandez found from who, Bondi? I believe it when I see him in jail. Yeah, you can see here, guys, in the comments, a lot of people don't have a whole lot of confidence in our justice system still. Rumor is he's a raging alcoholic. Look at the example he has. Pelosi, Kamala Harris. All of the top ladies in the Democrat Party seem to be wine moms. So not terribly surprised, Karen. We're also going to get into corruption about SNAP, guys. You got this story. 500,000 SNAP recipients are double dipping. 186,000 are dead, and they're still getting checks in red states because the red states are the only ones that reported their numbers. The blue states didn't. So it now says Trump administration is forcing every recipient to verify they cannot survive without it. Sam, they're a conservative alternative. DOJ should conduct a full audit of SNAP and EBT. Yes. As Karen points out, those are all California Democrats. I hadn't even considered that. That is pretty damn funny, though. It's almost like it's wine country, folks. I don't know how I didn't put that together before, Karen. Very, very good point. But guys, if the red states are reporting this level of fraud, I can almost guarantee you, it is my belief, my opinion, that the fraud is significantly worse in blue states. So if out of 29, I think it's 29 states that reported the numbers, they found 500,000 people that are double dipping. They found almost 200,000 people that were dead still getting benefits in red states. The almost other half of the country in very blue areas, which tend to be more densely populated, I'd bet my paycheck, folks, that the fraud is significantly worse, if not double or higher. I would put on an over-under bet, I would say at least double in a blue area. Guys, way too much. They need to completely redo the benefits. They need to completely reassess every person who's currently enrolled. I think that Trump's push to do this is good. It needs to be done. The Trump administration is now required to prove that they are actively searching for a job as well to receive benefits. Yes, why are we paying for people to live permanently on government assistance, guys? They'll never be part of the tax base. They'll never pay taxes, and yet we're going to keep giving them money. Why? How does that benefit the American people? It doesn't. So we shouldn't do it. That's my opinion on that. So absolutely, audit SNAP, audit EBT, completely make people prove they actually need to be on it, and make people look for a job just like unemployment. Yes, I'm all about it. The American Dad meme right there is hilarious. The Trump finger snap eliminating the T, I'll just say. Throw the T in the harbor. Is that considered that's a joke, guys. It's not a direct call to action. It is not a threat of violence. But I think throwing the T in the harbor makes sense at this point. Carrot says 51, the new algo sucks and has elevated some of the worst accounts. Yes. Is 51 our view count right now? That is atrocious. Let's get this thing posted out, guys. Repost the live stream everywhere you can. Put it out on Facebook, Tinder, Grindr, Friend Finder, Friendster. Is that still a thing? I don't know. Only Feet, Only Ferns, Only Fans, wherever. Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, all the things, guys. Send it out everywhere. Let's get people in here. Only you can help spread the word, folks. I've already posted out my live. And yes, Only Ferns. We need Gardner to make it. It needs to happen, guys. Politics. This is one of the last stories here in the corruption section. And I chose this on purpose, guys. But poly means many. Ticks is a blood-sucking parasite. So it makes sense that politics is just a collection of blood-sucking parasites. Yes. Yes. Thank you, liberal tier creator. This makes a lot more sense than you might think. Politicians are definitely blood-sucking parasites. That's how you get from a $100,000 and some odd a year salary to multi-decamillionaire. Blood-sucking parasites. And like this says, both sides are doing it. Thank you again, liberal tier creator. Your memes are so great. Thank you. Elephants and asses screwing the masses, guys. This uniparty, the two parties, the GOP and the Democrats, both screw you. They screw you in a different way, but they both screw you. They both do the same thing. They're both corrupt. MAGA is really the only party I care about anymore, guys. They even make some mistakes. I don't like his current stance on H-1B. We're not going to get too deep into that, guys, on the weekly show. If you want to talk about H-1Bs, we can talk about it in the after space. But, guys, the corruption and the way that our politicians enrich themselves at your expense, at my expense, is not new. It has been happening for decades and decades and decades. Both sides do it, guys. Stop being so damn tribal. Stop picking a team and fighting for it no matter what, because both of the teams are screwing you. One's just more honest about it, and it's not the GOP. Just saying. I don't like either, guys, but at least the Democrats are telling you the truth. They're basically socialists at this point, which means they want everybody equally as poor. So check out the profile, guys. Post out the show, please. Apparently, we are being suppressed. Help, help. I'm being suppressed. Oh, guys, but go ahead and check out the profile. You can send me a tip to show your support. You can also go to the website. You can buy me a coffee to show your support. Those are two ways that cost you money and put money in my pocket to help me do more for you guys. But if you don't have any extra money, I completely understand. Go ahead and join my community. You can go ahead and follow me here on X. You can subscribe to my YouTube and my Rumble. All of those are linked in the website there, patriotdad.org. So check it out and support the show and the channel any way that you can. Any and all of it is greatly, greatly appreciated. Also, check out, I have pinned in the profile also our live schedule, guys. Check that out. Show up at all of them. If you have any other ones that are from folks that are regulars in the audience, I will gladly add any of your lives to that. You got this, Matt Vance Wall getting into crime now. Matt's huge right now, reporting on crime, especially down in Charlotte, North Carolina. But look at this. Border Patrol is now showing up in Charlotte. Let's go. What are they doing? Oh, that's right. They're showing up in mass convoys of Border Patrol. Over 30 plus Border Patrol vehicles were seen. I love it. Border Patrol in Charlotte, guys. Federal agents to help out. Yes. I love to see it, guys. Thank you, Matt, for reporting it so that we could see it. And Nick Sortor putting this one out. Guys, apparently this video was from Kim Katie USA. Are we following them? We should. We are. Okay, just want to make sure. If we're going to use your content for the show, I will follow you. Don't worry. But guys, federal agents are going to start helping out in Charlotte. They very, very badly need it. They need to fix it like they did Washington, D.C. They need to fix it like they've been trying to fix Chicago and Portland. They need. I reposted my repost. Thank you, Karen. That is like some level of inception posting. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all of your support and your continued presence on like every show. You are amazing, Karen. You are our favorite, Karen. Never change. But then also in crime, guys, the leftists always tell on themselves. The iron law of projection remains undefeated because this person posted out on X to F Trump. And if you support this pedophile, you are the problem. Interesting thing, though, this same individual was then charged with sexually abusive material, aggravated possession. Yikes. Yikes is all I have to say. Yeah, they're doing exactly what they say. Also, interesting, mugshot and arrest were from 10/20. But 10/19 was the date that literally the day before. Is that real? Like October 19th, posted F Trump, he's a pedo. And on the 20th, he was, I did not see that when we reported on this during the week, guys. Literally the next day. Oh my God, that's wild. So these emails are incredible. The only thing we've learned is that Epstein was directly helping the Democrats and their attempts to try and prosecute Trump. Yes. Yes, they were. Epstein was working in collusion with the Democrats, folks. If that tells you anything about the kind of people that the Democrats are, they knew about what he was doing. The government has known about what Epstein was doing for decades. So the fact that they were colluding with him should tell you something. Just saying. Yikes. Also here's a repeat offender, guys. This guy has 32 prior arrests, just arrested again for smashing into a healthcare facility. He's already been granted $20,000 bond by a judge. We can't keep living like this. Something needs to change. Yes, seems like Epstein suffered from TDS. Did he take one of the new TDS test kits? How do we know he had TDS? Maybe we can go find him because he's probably still alive and test him. That seems to make the most sense. I don't know what you guys think. That sounds, yeah, I think that's correct, though. I think he did have TDS. All of these crazy, crazy repeat offenders. Also, here, he was arrested back in September, but was released 2 weeks later on a $1,000 bond. Stop granting them bond. Alive. Like you haven't seen the photos of him and his corpse and the fact that the earlobes don't match, Karen. Come on. I know you're better than that. I know you've seen this conspiracy theory. Who am I texting? That's for me to know and for you to find out. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just doing some quick research because it's hard to do research on the screens. I have both screens occupied with the show. So if I'm going to look things up, I've got to do it on my phone. If I'm going to look something up on short notice during the show. Just saying. Yeah, guys, Matt Vance Wall, run for office? Absolutely, Matt. Please run for office. I would almost move to North Carolina just so I could vote for you. Anyone know this guy's full arrest history? I heard he has over 50 arrests. Well, dirty? I bet you. Yep, Matt's got you. Matt will look it up for you. He has at least 20 arrests in North Carolina, folks. Why do they keep getting released? They keep getting released because the government hates you and they want you harmed. This Mario Duarte, Mecklenburg County, arrest.org, like the same person keeps getting arrested. And I bet you at least some of those arrests, at least some of them, I bet you he's logged as being white. Some of them probably as other. Just because, it keeps the Hispanic numbers down. It keeps the black numbers down. It really does. Also, this one, very funny, guys. I mean, kind of sad because somebody does probably lose their life in this. But at the same time, also funny. Guns and Gear posted this one out for us. Fantastic customer service by a government employee. Something that you rarely see. Let's check this out.
You ever shoot somebody? Yep.
So the suspect, did you ever shoot somebody? Cop. Yep.
You're going to have to shoot me. I'm not going to jail.
Because you're going to have to shoot me because I'm not going to jail.
You hear me?
You hear me?
Gotcha.
Yep.
At least 3 times.
At least 3 times. You understand?
You understand?
Well, that was 3. He did exactly what he was asked to do. Like, that kind of discipline, guys. He's like, I'm not going back to jail. He goes, okay. Like, bro, it's wild. Absolutely wild. We're getting out of that. We're going to get into energy and tech. I think, yeah, energy and tech. Or science. Energy, tech, and science. X is now the #1 news source on Earth per Elon Musk. Yes, Doge designer posted out that X is the #1 news app in 157 countries. Guys, this is why you're here. This is why I'm here. I'm here telling you news stories from the week that come from X. Why? Because X is the better place to get your news. Everybody on the ground with a phone can report things. How do I know this? Well, let me show you how I know. Because it's almost like I did some reporting today. Anybody with a phone, guys, and an X account can absolutely do reporting. Give me a second to scroll and find it. Look, like this. Up to date, up to the minute. I caught this minutes after this fire started in Virginia. I was just driving, saw it, pulled off, got off on the exit on the highway, and then I went and found it. I got past. Numerous engines responding, residential area. Got a good picture. Did they save the house? I don't know, to be honest. They had the entire intersection blocked off. You could not get it. You can see in one of these pictures that I posted that you've got a picture of the police officer. Yeah, see, they had the turn lanes blocked on both sides of the road. You could not pull into there. You can see there was the cross streets. It was right on Kip Hart Drive. Like, I was just driving on the main highway, saw it, pulled off the highway, drove through residential streets until I found it. Took some pictures, posted it. This was minutes after it started, guys. That's what I'm saying. X is the place to get your news. Even weirdos like me, AI, fake people can go into the real world and report. Did you tell him you were a patriot, Dad, and you're the press now? I didn't try that, Karen. No, I didn't even stop to talk to the cops because typically cops in that situation are not in the mood to talk to you. Like, I'm just... Yeah, it's usually just doesn't turn out well. See if there's a different angle. I tried to post out a separate angle, but I don't see it. But yeah, it's there was a big old ladder truck. There was like probably a dozen fire trucks. There was an ambulance. There was all kinds of stuff. I really just prayers for the occupants of that building. It did look like the fire was pretty good size though. So I'm guessing that the individual house was a loss, but hopefully they kept it from spreading to adjacent homes. Yeah, guys, thoughts and prayers. Losing your home sucks in general, but losing your home in the holiday season just really sucks. Office of Nuclear Energy, guys, this is the science and tech, or energy and tech this time. And this is why. This is what 20 years worth of nuclear fuel looks like. Stored at former Maine Yankee nuclear power plant, generated 119 billion kilowatt hours of reliable power from 1972 to 1996, which is enough to power 500,000 homes every year, guys. Yeah, it's not that much, guys. This is all of the spent fuel for 20 years of power. Guys, there is no better alternative than nuclear for the energy needs that we have. And to help advance nuclear research, you have Oak Ridge National Laboratory posting out, the Office of Nuclear Energy, Department of Energy. They are LOCO for LOCA. LOCO means a loss of coolant accident, by the way. So being LOCO for a loss of coolant accident, okay. The facility at the Oak Ridge National Lab helps researchers understand why nuclear fuels fail when there is a loss of coolant. Of course, they have to put music. Okay, well, we will watch that one at the end because there's music. That's lame. So lame, guys. YouTube is so gay. Karen says, a home nuclear reactor is probably safer than most space heaters. Yeah, probably. Especially if they just do, like, honestly, if you wanted to heat a home, use vitrified nuclear waste, which means encasing spent, nuclear waste in glass. It will be environmentally stable. It will still generate plenty of heat. Just put it in an air duct very far under your house, under the dirt. Pass air over it to keep it cool. Just saying, you could heat your house using nuclear waste. There's an engineering solution that would make that possible, guys. Blue Origin had its launch delayed because of significant solar weather, guys. There was a coronal mass ejection that was enormous. They had the Northern Lights became the Southern Lights. They had Northern Lights as far south as Georgia on Wednesday night. Absolutely beautiful, guys. I did not get to go out and see it. I was on the show, and then I went to sleep because I have work the next morning. Makes me a little sad that I didn't at least go out and look. Yeah, guys, this was in Iowa. Like, it was beautiful. But yeah, guys, space weather can also cause delays in launches because you don't want to launch a satellite into this and have a solar storm destroy the electronics in your brand new satellite. No. So they delayed the launch, which was probably the right choice. Elon Musk here posting out. Mario says Tesla's hiring for a $200 million mega factory outside of Houston. Well, what are they building at this mega factory, you might ask? Well, Elon lets us know it is the new Megapack factory in Houston. Megapacks are their utility scale battery banks. So they're going to be building those modules in Houston, Texas, folks. That's wonderful. American jobs, American materials, American know-how. I love to see it. Alt Kara says JP had them in Texas. Guys, the Northern Lights, that's not the North anymore. That's like all the lights. Because if you're getting almost to Texas, guys, that means, guy, you're close enough to the equator where the Northern Lights and the Southern Lights are just going to become the lights. Like that is a lot of solar activity. Thank you for letting me know that, Karen. I know Chad was saying in the chat on, I believe it was last night, that they had them down in Georgia. So, or was that Gardner? I don't know. Chad or Gardner, both of you guys are great. Jennifer Strayhead says, my friend Stuart and I drove out there to check it out, and the facility is massive. Looks great from afar. So excited for this factory to open. Yep. Batman. The Batmobile won't start. Check the battery. What's a Terry? The bat. Oh, I get it now because it's a bat thing, right? Batarang, Batmobile, Bat Terry. What's it? Did you fold all your clothes? Yeah, they're down in the basket. Sure. But then please go fold your clothes. You're not done cleaning? Are you done cleaning? Okay, well, finish cleaning, then fold your clothes. Let me see it. Come here. I didn't tie. I'm getting blamed for tying her braid too well. There you go, kiddo. Here. Finish cleaning and then fold your clothes, please. Thank you. Yeah, I get a bat Terry. What's a Terry? Oh, the jokes. Let's see. Karen just posted this one out. Go see the Aurora Borealis in Southwest Texas last night. It was kind of neato. Never seen the Northern Lights before. Why does that look like something from like Magnum PI? Oh, Sithmaster says, still a picture of me wearing that shirt from school pictures. I still have a picture. Yeah, that's like the 80s, like turquoise neon splash. Why are they happening in Texas? Good question. But yeah, guys, the Northern Lights made it pretty far south. 1990s paper plates and cups. Yes. Thank you. Yes. That is the other place I've seen them quite a lot. This one, Terry Bruno, who's the Vulcan rockets. Thanks, Blue Origin. We'll put these BE-4s to use, guys. Blue Origin's BE-4 rocket engines are being used on Vulcan. So it says here, I see 2. How many Vulcans do you have in production? I see at least 2. Tony Bruno says 30, starting at the front door. Machining skins. Final assembly near the back door. There's another line to the left off camera and a couple behind the photographer. Holy cow. There are 30 Vulcans in construction. According to Tony Bruno, that's pretty massive. These engines are massive. Much bigger than starships. The Raptors are very small, but also far more capable than the BE-4s. BE-4s are just massive, guys. So Jeff Bezos posted this. This might be the best photograph that we have in a while when it comes to science. Like, just looking at the condensation coming off the rocket body, heading into the engine exhaust, which is all, what is that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all 7 mock diamonds, then merging into 3 mock diamonds. Like, guys, this Methalox rocket is gorgeous. I'm not a big fan of Jeff, but I am a big fan of space, and I am a big fan of competition. So seeing Starship, seeing Falcon Heavy have competition, I'm okay with it, guys. They also went straight past low Earth orbit, and they went right into, I believe, a sun synchronous orbit. Karen says, I love it. As competition is great. It is. Competition in this space will only drive down costs more. And now we have 2 companies that can land commercial orbital class boosters back on the ground. They landed this booster back on the ground. It was amazing. They went from the dick rocket, the little mini dick rocket, to the big dick rocket. Welcome to the party, pal. That's right. Also, somebody apparently put it into Grok to animate it. You didn't really need to do that, my guys. Like, it was gorgeous the whole time. But yeah, guys, it landed itself. Here's a side-by-side of Starship with Raptor and New Glenn with the BE-4s. You can see the Raptors are much smaller, but they are a more capable engine. And you can see with Raptor, because there are so many, that merged mock diamond is occurring actually earlier in the exhaust stream, which is very gorgeous to look at. Both of these are Methalox, guys. They burn very clean. It says $1 trillion incentive to get to Mars. Let's go. Yeah, again, like, stop paying for doing something and pay for finishing something. Say, hey, you get to Mars, make it a bounty program, just like with curing cancer and everything else. Make them bounty programs. Offer a company $1 trillion. I don't give a shit. Be like, if you can cure all cancer, or any significant type of cancer, tell a pharmaceutical company, you cure cancer, I'll print you $1 trillion. Until you do that, you get nothing. Just saying. I think that's the right way to do it. I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are, but you got this video posted out by Jeff Bezos and details added by Marcus House. If you are not following Marcus House on YouTube, his channel there is very nice. He does weekly updates on the goings-on in the space industry, so check those out. Always a good time. It's just hovering there, guys. But it's really kind of amazing when you look at the science that's going on to bring this thing back from the edge of space to hovering directly next to its target and then landing so precisely, it's not even funny.
Standing by for touchdown.
Hey guys, actually watching this happen in real time was so much fun. I watched the video and then you can see it bolt itself to the deck. Coming up right here. Watch the landing legs. Boom, boom. There it goes. It used explosive bolts to just bolt itself back down to the deck. See if we can catch the frame where that happens. Beautiful. Right there. Bolting itself down. Guess it leans into the wind, but yes, the hover is incredible. And guys, it's basically, if you've ever tried the old like balance a pool cue by the bottom end as it sticks up, it's exactly what it's doing with its one rocket engine. It's pointing and applying force in one direction or another, just like trying to balance a pool cue. It's super cool to watch. Like the amount of gimbal control that they have with one of those gimbaling engines is very impressive. I'm a huge nerd, huge fan of space things. Let's just keep it up, guys. We're going to leave there, go into culture. Guys, this is what they try and tell you is normal. This is what the EBT folks, the SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program folks, want you to buy on the left there, the normal food. The American food. We just had this conversation with Chad last night. What food in America is poison? You know, he spent some time over in Europe, had no acid reflux, had no gestational. Apparently he got pregnant while he was there. No gastrointestinal issues while he was over in Europe. Came back to the United States, ate 1 day later, right back. It is poison here. Even though the stuff on the right is the stuff you should be eating, it's the stuff the science, the experts tells you will hurt you. Eat less red meat. It's bad for you. It gives you high cholesterol and all that other nonsense. Karen pointed out, though, to think that the Wright brothers were just over a century ago. Yeah, barely getting off the ground with basic aviation to landing orbital class boosters on drone ships in a century. What are they going to do in the next century, guys? Because advancement's accelerating, not decelerating. But guys, we really do need to, oh God, Thanksgiving dinner and a cat. Ugh. I hope that's fake. Oh my God, that's nauseating. Like, that's disgusting. Please, somebody Google that real quick and please tell me that's fake. Please tell me that's fake. That's so gross. The Minister of Health from 2014 to 2018, de Block served as the Minister of Social Affairs and Health and Government for Prime Minister Charles. Oh, humans are great. And as Ronald says, the future will be wonderful. Yes. Yes, it will be. The irony of modern health guidelines, prioritize real food and watch your health improve. Processed junk isn't normal. It's propaganda. Yes. And you know what's funny? You have almost none of these health problems in the Amish communities who still eat very raw, very fresh food. They also don't need food stamp, and they had lots of children. It's almost like the Amish are doing something right, and we should take note. Eat clean, have lots of kids, form strong communities, have a purpose. These things all sound wonderful. Fantastic. Not wonderful. Oh, the future will be fantastic. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Yeah, guys, the Amish, I think they've got something figured out. I think we just need to figure out what that is. You also have this. A Gallup survey from Timcast News came out and says 40% of U.S. women aged 15 to 44 say they would leave the country permanently if they could, compared with 19% of men in the same age range. Can we? Can we just let them go? Can we pay for them to go? That would be wonderful. Where is everyone? It's lonely in the chat tonight. I know, Karen, you are holding it up all by yourself. I appreciate you, Karen, to a level that you may not understand. So thank you for holding it down. Thank you for posting it out more times than probably anybody else. You might be half the view count. And lo, the Lord said unto Felicia, fare thee well. That's right. Can we negotiate a one-on-one swap with Thailand or really anywhere? Guys, I'm okay with it. If they want to leave, they can go. Most of them are going to be awful anyway. Those are the angry white female urban liberals. Or if Shaniqua wants to go too, she can go. Like, I just don't care anymore. If you don't want to be here, if you don't love this country, you can go. Go find anywhere else on earth. Kara says, between me and Shell, baby. That, sure, you guys are both doing great. I appreciate all the support. Also, Liberal Tier Creator, thank you for this one. After the vote for Zohran Mamdani, the Islamist, terrorist-supporting Muslim socialist that got elected as mayor of New York, because they have forgotten what happened on September 11th. This is what they do to gays, guys. So you have an entire group of idiots, the Queers for Palestine, that decided that they were going to really wade into politics and show their support for the left. This is going to be the outcome, though, guys. I don't support this. I don't think this is the right answer, but know what you're getting yourselves into. Look around the Muslim world and look how they treat LGBT people. You might want to reevaluate your choices. That's all I'm saying, before it's too late. Right? And then you have this. Perfect example, guys. This is just like that, the meat and the groceries from earlier. According to liberal ideology, the one on the right here is the normal one. And the one on the left is offensive because of her genes. Both ways of the meaning of the word genes. They're upset at her genes because she's too pretty and too white, I guess. Meanwhile, this fat, ugly, fugly, whatever it is, he is not normal at all. But this is what we're being gaslit into. This is what we're being told to believe. Also, genes spelt with a G are also great, Karen. But yes, those genes are pretty wonderful. Not going to lie. Not going to lie at all. And then we're going to get to this. Trans woman left sobbing. And the JFK talking about the LGBT community. Trans woman left, so dude left sobbing in the JFK airport after a TSA agent hit him in the testicles. I'd like to believe that the TSA agent did this on purpose. But as America AF points out, I can't believe that this is real. Yes, the New York Post is just dumb enough to post this headline. Guys, a dude got hit in the nuts by a TSA agent, and they tried to say that it's a girl. Like, it has testicles. It's not a girl. It's a dude. Like, sometimes the TSA hits you in the nuts as a guy. Like, it happens. So, sorry, not sorry. It happens, dude. But it's also funny that they're trying to gaslight us into believing that's a woman. Nope. As Sam points out here, guys, this is my template as well. This is my king. The one and only king in my life is our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. This is my president and your president, whether you like him or not. President Donald J. Trump, number 45 and 47, is currently your president. Also, this is my flag. You can see it on my set. You can see it on some of my merch. You can see it in my profile picture. This is my flag, and this is my country, the United States of America, the greatest nation on earth. It does have its problems. Most of them are the awfuls, the liberal white women. A lot of our problems come from liberal white women and the beta cucks that support them. But I completely agree with this. Is 100% on point, guys. Yes. As Kara points out, this is a great post from Sam. Yes, go find this post and like it, comment on it, repost it, do all the things, guys. This post deserves all the credit. And then, you know, those angry white women, the terrible white women, she finally found who ruined her life. Dr. Cloud, PhD, with this one, guys. Woman finally catching the person who ruined her life. It's her own self. It's her shadow. She found it. The person responsible for ruining her entire life, folks. It's them. The women are ruining their own lives, guys. They are like, I have to have a career. I must be independent. Why? You're going to find out when you're 40-something that was the wrong fucking choice, and it's going to be too damn late. And then you're going to try and shame people like me for not wanting to take you. Look, I would rather just not. I would rather date nobody than date somebody that comes to this realization in their late 30s and 40s. Like, what are we doing? It is pretty damn funny, though. This is a good meme. And this one, I thought this was very apt following that one. Mr. Star-Spangled MAGA himself. And deliver us, Lord. This child praying along with his puppy. Or hers. It's pink sheets. I don't know. I can't tell. Children always look so androgynous to me. And deliver us from liberal white women. The biggest threat to modern civilization. Amen. I have PTSD, pretty tired of stupid Democrats. I like that one. I was hoping to see someone post the chart where it shows that the dangers to the West, and it's like China, Russia, Muslim or Islam, and then it's like the bar for liberal white women is way bigger. But yes, please deliver us from the liberal white women. Please, Lord. That's all I ask for Christmas this year, is to deliver our country from the liberal white women. That would be great, guys. And we get into memes. If you haven't submitted your memes already, please do so immediately, because I will be getting through these pretty quick. This one from Dr. Clown PhD himself. These whiskers cartoons are getting wonderful, guys. Wonderful.
Launch initiated.
Whiskers!
Whiskers, what did you do?
Did you start a nuclear war?
Whiskers, are you a communist? Why are you launching nuclear missiles? Like, homeboy just made it sunlight again. Oh, Kara says the blue-haired woman. Yes. Yes. The liberal blue-haired woman is one of the most dangerous of all. Yeah, guys, check out all of the Whiskers videos are hilarious. They are all out there by Dr. Clown PhD. I hope he keeps it up. They are wonderful. Also, this, guys, the scariest version of Predator that's been released so far, much more scary than the shitty version that Disney just put out. Like, they completely ruined another franchise, guys. I'm so disappointed. The Alien versus Predator whole universe has so much potential. The Alien universe, the Predator universe, the Alien versus Predator, like, they've had some good movies. They had some really bad movies. But guys, they had such an opportunity. There's so much material they could have built with, just like with Star Wars, just like with all of the franchises that they're ruining. The Predator on the left is not scary. It's also the main character of a story. Like, the whole point of the Predator franchise is they are not the main characters of their movies. They are the antagonists. They are the boogeyman, if you will. To make it what looks to be a female, which no one gives a shit about the female warriors of almost any society, guys. Almost none. And then to have it look like Michael Obama is wild, guys. The recognition there is crazy. The Mike interview is infuriating. I haven't watched it, and I don't want to. I don't want to hear Mike talk any more than I have to. But the uncanny resemblance for the crappy Disney Predator and Mike is pretty amusing to me. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. This one really tickled me a little bit. Instead of throwing a bouquet of flowers, this woman in her 30s is throwing her cat to the gaggle of women that are awaiting, that have not been married yet. She is releasing her cat to the cat ladies. Like, guys, if you marry a lady and she is already well into her 20s or 30s, if she has a cat, that cat does not move in with you. Nope. Don't care. If she really wants to be with you, she can get rid of the cat. If she doesn't want to get rid of the cat, she's not your woman. You don't want that cat living in your house. Trust me. I've done it twice. It's not worth it. Learn from my mistakes, folks. Only one pussy is allowed in my house. That's it. No cats. Just the lady. Also, this one, this place I'm headed liberal. I'm offended. Me. Who gives a shit? Fair warning, don't try and catch cats. It hurts. Trust me. Oh my God. That sounds like somebody speaking from personal experience. PD is anti-cat. Interesting. I'm only interested in one. And it's the one that belongs to my significant other. And I don't mean her pet. That is all. This one I thought was funny. I had to add this to the meme lineup because this one just tickled me a little bit. I find bathroom humor to be highly humorous, probably because I'm a man and bathroom humor is funny. But you have this one that says, I once saw a human and peed myself. So you see some squids do this. They do as a defense mechanism. That's fine. To which the shark answers, humans saw me and he peed himself. Okay. Then the jellyfish chimes in and says, a human touched me once and his friend peed on him. It is an adorable cartoon, and the humor is just so good. Guys, this is so good. This is clean, fun humor, guys. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe those in my audience would understand me. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't care. I think this is hilarious. You have this one. We have a follow-up. I've been stung by a jellyfish. Quick, pee on it. Oh my God, the guy just peed on the jellyfish. Oh, dude, that guy is a Chad for sure. That one's getting a like. That. Oh, that's almost as good as this meme, guys. Oh, he has a climate change sticker on his car. We'll be in a fancy salad. Sir, that is not a salad. You are in something. It is not a salad. Somebody top comment. Oh God, Harry. Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. It took me a minute to get it. I see you're quoting Harry Sisson. Guys, the literally my face in shock. The blushing cucumber in the top cell is hilarious. Where is Dr. Cute Karen? This would be a fun one to get Dr. Q's comment on. If somebody wants to clip this segment and send it to him, you just let me know what he thinks. And then this one, guys. As we get into the holidays, just remember, if anyone ever says happy holidays, you say no, Merry Christmas. This happened to me just the other day. Somebody at a checkout was like, happy holidays. I said, excuse me. I didn't actually say excuse me. I just stopped and looked at them and I said, Merry Christmas. And they said, oh, yeah, thank you. Merry Christmas. Like, it's amazing, guys, the amount of pressure that people are under at their jobs to use this generic bullshit. No, I will not repeat this crap to anybody. I will absolutely say Merry Christmas to every fucking person I meet. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Every response from me is going to be Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You can take your happy holidays and you can go F right off. At least. Was that a little strong? I don't know. You let me know. We got some Karen. Have a lot of Jewish friends who say happy holidays. No, Karen, I still see, I'm that guy. I will still say Merry Christmas. I might add and Happy Hanukkah. Like, but I'm still saying Merry Christmas. They're not taking that away from me. Yeah, this topic wasn't about me, but I'm glad to know I'm always on your mind. Yes, guys, the Trump derangement syndrome likes to rear its ugly head everywhere. Doesn't really matter what the discussion topic is. They will absolutely make it all about Trump. So it's interesting that they seem to always think that it's about Trump. So I'm going to pull this one up and we'll look at that one later. But we are also going to, I didn't realize I had a couple from last night I didn't pull up, Karen. I'm sorry. I hate it when a motherfucker assume shit. How about assume? Anyways, when they what? Assume shit without knowing all the facts. Mr. Aegon Targaryen. Oh, yes. When people assume shit, it is very distressing. Holy God, this is why I don't want to pay for your health care. Yes. Yes. If you're this heavy and overweight, I'm not paying for anything of yours. In fact, there should be some exception for like hospital care, that if you're this large, if it requires a forklift to get you to the hospital, no, I'm not disassembling a fucking house to save your life. You did that to yourself. I'm not going to care about your health more than you do. Sorry, might be a little bit of a hot take. Kara says, Sodies. So today we're going to learn about lube and being born into the wrong body.
Nope.
No thanks. I want that pizza right now. I mean, I would take that pizza. Like, don't get me wrong. I like this one, though. You have relax. It'll work this time. Yes, the good old communism Let's see. We have, can't see further back, but we have the USSR, Cambodia, China, Somalia, Cuba, North Korea, Venezuela, and now New York City. Yeah, guys, hundreds of millions of people have died under communism and other totalitarian ideologies, guys. It is not good. Won't ever be good. Stop trying to make it good. It's not good. Before we kick YouTube in the nuts and tell them to go F off, check out the profile, guys. Remember, just the tip helps out a lot. Patreon.org. Go to the website. Check those out. Buy me a coffee. Also would help a great deal. Any support is appreciated, though, guys. Follow me here on X. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to the Rumble. Post out the live stream. Do all the things. It's never worked anywhere, but we should try it. Well, it's because we haven't done it the right way, Crispy. Just remember that. It's not their fault. It's that nobody's tried it the right way. But until later, YouTube, you can go F off. We're going to continue with the better stories with the music. So, bye. And now...